Hello everyone, this is Crota coming at you, giving you game 1 in a series between Foggy and HLA. Night Elf versus Undead. Game 1 in a best of 3 series, at least I believe. And game 1 taking place here on Twisted Meadows. HLA spawning as the yellow Undead at what I'll call the 8 o'clock position. Meanwhile, Foggy spawning as the blue Night Elf over here at the 1.5 position. Gonna go ahead and speed things up to the 2-minute mark because I got 40 minutes to cast 45 minutes worth of games. And, well, that went ahead and saved about 30 seconds. Now, we are going to be looking at a Demon Hunter, most likely versus a Death Knight matchup in this Night Elf versus Undead. Demon Hunter quickly coming over there, taking down that Null Overseer. You can see that the Ancient of War is absorbing quite a bit of damage, even through the trees. How the archers are able to shoot past the brush like that and guarantee a hit, I really have no idea. As a Demon Hunter, doing a good... Oh, wait. Oh, wow. Demon Hunter still gets the experience right there. Death Knight really wants the last hit, and the Death Knight does get a kill right there, as the Death Knight now purposely running with the Ghoul so that the Ghoul can outpace the Death Knight. Not something you see every day. As we're taking a look at that Death Knight here, yes, I got some comments on some old videos saying, hey, you know what, you can like follow camera units by holding down on the portrait. I'm like, yeah, I know, but at the same time, I know in StarCraft 2 you are able to hold a single button, or you're actually able to bind that to a key to make it for better following. But also, for some reason, sometimes while you're holding down the portrait, occasionally all of a sudden you'll lose control of that unit as well. So not quite sure why it hasn't happened here, but it did happen just a moment ago. Anyways, the ghouls are making a mad rad dash after the Demon Hunter and those archers. Demon Hunter going to be able to fight under the cover of Moonwells, but this is not necessarily the fight that he wants to have. Archers also taking and draining more of the Moonwell damage than you would normally expect. Because these ghouls deal normal damage, as you guys can see, the archers are actually taking a little bit more damage than they should. However, Demon Hunter are now sitting at level 2. Archers now firing back here as the Demon Hunter chasing after this ghoul. This ghoul gonna have a very, very bad day. Oh, no path blocking at all as the Demon Hunter... Oh, wait. Well, Death Knight with the killing blow. No experience for you as the Death Knight. Now still sitting at level 1, but able to deny a little bit of experience. We're sitting at 24 over 50. That means 4 Moonwells are already up for Foggy. He should be able to defend this fight fairly well as the skeletal minions are falling apart. Demon Hunter still sitting at level 2. He does have evasion, giving him a little bit more hit points. As you can see, now the Ghoul taking a lot more damage here. All right, let's take a look. Archers are trying to finish this off. Ghoul down to 125 hit points, taking a little bit of damage from the archers, getting pelted by those units. There's a skeletal minion of HLA now coming in for that block there. Archer now looking to run back home. You can see Wisp, Tree of Life already being placed down. Demon Hunter wanting to get that ghoul. Will he get his ghoul or his undead? Yes, he does. Meanwhile, Death Knight on the other end of the map looking to clear out the archers here. And this is one of those games where it looks like Foggy has a definite advantage. HLA unable to gain any real traction here as he's just actually giving more and more experience to that Demon Hunter. Now, what is going to be happening next? Death Knight knows to look for expansions, and I believe that's what he's doing right now, grabbing some skeletal minions, looking for expansions here and here, but he doesn't know that his opponent already has a Tree of Life under construction here. Now, you take a look at Foggy. Foggy does not have the necessary infrastructure at Tier 2. You don't see any Tier 2 buildings being placed down. Ancient of Lores, Ancient of Winds, most likely going to be Ancient of Lore in this particular matchup. So, without seeing that, that is a really big sign that, hey, you have 400 gold to spend. I don't even see you training up another hero yet. Where did it go? And that 400 gold turned out to be an expansion. Now, that expansion was canceled. You can see the Hunter's Hall is down over here, waiting to see if Ancients of Lore will go down there or there, as the Demon Hunter and Panda now working together to clear out this Forest Troll Warlord creep camp. Very, very smart use there, purposely using Drunken Haze and being able to absorb a bit more damage. Come on, Demon Hunter, pick up the Devotion Aura. Everyone gets +1 armor as the Gargoyles now rush in to try and take down the Wisp. Now, you can see that there is Ancient of Lore and Ancient of Lore being constructed back off over here. they are going to be a little bit late. The Moonwells are also draining pretty quickly right now, and that could end up being a problem. Wisp down to 87 hit points, still taking a bit of damage. And are we going to be seeing more and more gargoyles added to this army? Yes, we are. And we'll see what will be happening next. All right, Scroll of Town Portal or Staff of Teleportation. You can never really tell, as the Demon Hunter now joins in on the fight. Demon Hunter, however, does not have an Orb of Venom, so he will not be able to take down these gargoyles for quite some time. Meanwhile, all the gargoyles are doing are making it very, very difficult for these Moonwells to get to full. One of them about full, everything else about half, and that is going to be a problem in that upcoming fight now. All right, gargoyles could perhaps try and turn around and go after the Ancients of Lore, but that is actually a very, very risky proposition right now, as we are looking at gargoyles finishing off some of the Wisp. All right, Death Knight now in a mad dash to try and head back home, now sitting at level 2. That Death Knight has a little bit of extra hit points for insurance, I believe, gaining 50 to 75 hit points there. Meanwhile, Drunken Haze onto the gargoyles. Gargoyles will not be able to escape nearly as easily, as we may see a little bit of a bout here. But once the Death Knight gets back onto Blight, his regeneration is pretty much going to go through the roof. But that poor ghoul, is that ghoul going to get saved? Yes, he does. Death Coil all the way, saving that unit there. We are going into a bit of harassment. Tree of Life being built off to the side here. The Wisp are pretty much every which corner of the map. Gargoyles looking to finish off the Panda. Panda with only Drunken Haze, no Breath of Fire to blow these gargoyles out of the air. The gargoyles need to get in some damage, though. You can see that the Demon Hunter has the experience advantage, and if he's able to press at a very, very timely point, he could just end up taking this game before it really gets started. Dryads now running out. You can see a little bit of damage there. Slow poison on to those gargoyles from those Dryads. That damage is going to really, really mess up these gargoyles here in just a moment, but you can still get an annoying poking damage here, forcing the Dryads and the archers to retreat back home. One Demon Hunter outside the base of the Undead. Undead looking for his opportunities, figuring out when he can move out here. The dual crypts still training up more and more gargoyles, but it doesn't really feel like he has enough units to finish off his opponent. You can take a look down over here. Archers down to 200, or all of them pretty much at full hit points here. It is this Ancient of Lore that is about half life, or getting very, very close. Foggy now moving over with this Ancient of War, and now with the Panda, perhaps Breath of Fire is going to be on the table, and those gargoyles are going to be an even bigger harassment or bigger issue. Those gargoyles still wandering around in the air, though, as you see the Death Knight and the Lich now rolling forward. All right, Demon Hunter, Mana Burn. Are we perhaps going to see? No Frost Nova, no Death Coil there. Demon Hunter just runs in, gets a Mana Burn, and now retreats. Wisp trying to find their way back inside this base. It does not look like it is going to be that successful. We may see another Mana Burn onto another unit here. Death Knight now turning around. And are we going to see some attacks come through? All right, here you go. Really should be focusing down whatever that one gargoyle or the one Lich is hitting. The damage is going to be simply through the roof. Meanwhile, the Death Knight has suffered a lot of damage so far, and now hiding off in the corner. Ghoul is taking a lot of damage here. Death Knight going to go ahead and use a Scroll of Healing, and the Panda without really any opportunity to use those Breath of Fires. No, just used one now, but I believe HLA does give the GG. Foggy taking game 1 with the superior experience from the Demon Hunter and that Panda. Breath of Fire, better experience. That last fight just really tipping in Foggy's favor. Wow. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game 1. Please stay tuned for game number 2.